So we're here at Pulse Open Day, celebrating 30 years of Sim2, a significant milestone, and just talking with Massimo, International Sales Director for Sim2, who's here helping Pulse celebrate this special time and also help dealers understand a little bit more about Sim2 and what's happening at the moment. So obviously this is a 2-day event, so it started yesterday. Just tell us how yesterday went and how people reacted to what they saw.
The event has been very good, and it's going to be today very good as well. Like everything done by Pulse. Pulse is a great distributor with a great facility and an exciting experience center. And this is the right location to celebrate in Europe the 30th anniversary. Yeah, like you said, it's an important milestone. 30 years in the projection industry, it's like more than a century in the audio business if we consider the development of the technology and the products. And Sim2, since 3 decades, always brought innovation to the projection technology. And at the very beginning of this year, when we set up the celebrations of this anniversary, we immediately decided to do it with the dealers, with our partners, with all the organization and the good people that are capable to bring to the consumers, to the home cinema enthusiast, whatever we are able to do on the side of the products. So this opportunity to meet our partners, our dealers in the UK, listen at them, listen their feedback, their comments, their suggestions. It's extremely important for a company like Sim2 that is definitely a small company, but capable to bring most of the innovation in this industry, capable to do business and grow for 30 years. And so this level of partnership with the dealers is what we care most.
So were there any highlights from yesterday's event that stick in mind in terms of the feedback from installers, or any particular interesting sort of questions that were raised?
Of course, the market in this moment is a bit confused. There are a lot of questions about the technology, about the future developments, a lot of concerns about the sales on the web, about that kind of stuff. But what we see globally is that the home cinema systems, the home entertainment systems, it's something that consumers want more and more. The pandemic, that has been a big tragedy, brought a lot of consumers to live at home, to be forced to live at home and understand that entertainment in the house, it's something important. It's not only important for themselves, but also for the social, with the friends, with the family. So we see more and more people that are happy to have a good system at home and to see the daughters, the sons that are inviting all their friends to live the experience in the house. And this is growing. Not only dedicated theaters, but also living rooms, media rooms, bedrooms are equipped with big displays. The projector is one of the possible technologies, but for sure it's far the best technology to live the emotions of the cinema, but also of many television events, like looking at sport events, music concerts, even with the video games. It's very exciting on a large screen, really large screens that can be as big as the people can and like. So despite the overall situation and the economy, it's clear that this kind of business managed with the attitude of the system, not selling products. I always say people that want to have a product, they can get online. They can get from the many platforms selling products. What is important is to address a system concept. So to provide the consumers, the families, a complete setup of the room in order to bring emotions, in order to bring excitement, and have everybody proud to own that system. The dealers that are following this approach are growing the business. The dealers that are simply selling products could suffer a bit more.
Okay, so I understand from the Pulse team that there are some trade-in deals available at the moment. How would dealers find out more about that?
But Pulse has great staff that can explain all the details of this program. Sim2, since the beginning, decided to design products that could be really long-lasting. We wish our customers to enjoy the projectors, the home cinema system for many, many years. We are not the company that launch products every year, but we try to put whatever we know in the projection technology in one product and have this being produced for years, being used for even decades, still with the satisfaction of our customers. We are doing services, maintenance on projectors that have been sold 20 years ago. People still want to keep those products. The famous model HT200 has been launched in 2001. We have a lot of consumers in the world that don't want to change it. They are still happy of it. Of course, a different resolution, but the image quality, the contrast ratio, the colors, all the technical details that make an image exciting are still there. Of course, nowadays, the technology has really changed since 20 years ago. So this is why we wish to offer the option to our old customers to have a new generation of projectors for their system, offering them the possibility to keep enjoying for the next decades a Sim2 projector at home.
Okay, and talking about different products, I think I'm right in saying the reference cinema has been updated recently, and obviously there are other Sim2 products in the building too. So can you just tell us a little bit about what people can see when they come here and they're looking to look at projection systems and home cinema systems? What can they see in the reference cinema, and then some of the other systems that they can see in the building?
Well, cinemas has a great facility with a number of theaters fully equipped with whatever is the best for such a system. And dealers and consumers may have an experience on all our products, starting from the ultra-short throw devices. There are a couple of different installations. There is our model Domino 4H, that is a laser-based model, that is the opening door for the Sim2 range, our entry-level model. They can see in a very nice theater or in a very nice living room, just to be more accurate, the Crystal 4 SH, that is our, let's say, best model with a laser illumination system that features very high brightness. It's 3,600 lumen of this hybrid projector. But the reference theater is for sure the most exciting. It's very large with a very big screen, a huge screen, CinemaScope format, and it has been installed, the Nero 4S Gold Series. The Nero 4S is our flagship model in the 4K category, featuring 6,000 lumen because HDR needs brightness, and this is why we always want to have bright projectors combining with colors, good colors, perfect colorimetry, good contrast ratio. The Nero 4S is our flagship, but we wanted to do it even better. And that's why the Nero 4S Gold Series is a signature version of our flagship model. It's a limited edition. It features extra features compared to the regular model, but what is important is it is produced in a totally different way. We select all the components in order to be at the highest level of the possible tolerances, even for the mechanics, for the optics, for the projection lens, from all the other parts are selected. There is a dedicated staff producing it with the right to start again if they are not happy. There is not a time limit for the production of this model. The people in the factory have the right to take all the time they need to source different components if they are not happy. The goal is to arrive to a virtually perfect product. After this, we simulate the theater of each customer in order to check and to test the projector in the specific installation of that specific customer, because this model is not produced for the inventory. There is no inventory in the world. We produce one model for each customer that orders it and wants to have it in his cinema. So this is why we collect all the information about the theater, we simulate the theater, and we check that everything is right for that installation. If not, we will do it again and we will start. Usually the lead time for producing this product is between 1 month and up to 2 months. We know most of the customers that got this product in the house. We like to keep the relationship with them, and it seems they like to have a relationship with the factory, providing answer and whatever they may need. This attitude, it's something that consumers really appreciated. And as I said, there is no inventory. So having the possibility to have one model in the Pulse Cinema showroom, it's something very unique. And dealers and consumer may see the performances of this product.
So you mentioned a couple of times there HDR, obviously a technology that it has been one of the recent kind of selling points for home cinema and an ability to improve performance. So I understand Sim2 has quite a specific and long-running relationship with HDR technology. Can you just summarise what that is?
I would say that Sim2 has been the first company in the industry working on an HDR display, and this happened more than 17 years ago, almost 18 years ago, when we started working with Dolby that acquired some patents about a video processing good for the video performances that became HDR later on. So higher dynamic range is a way to improve the image quality, to make details more visible either in the dark part of the image, in the bright part of the image. So Sim2 started working on a number of documents to arrive to have an HDR display. This took a few years of designs. We had to face a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties, but at the end we arrived about 15 years ago to have products that could be produced and sold, and we actually sold it. And this was 15 years ago when no one knew about that. Even the iPhone didn't have the HDR camera inside. We work on a flat screen device, and then we moved the skills, the experience, the expertise on the HDR processing to the projectors. That is not as easy as a flat screen panel. It's definitely more difficult, so it took a few years to arrive to have what we think a good achievement. Our first Nero 4 original that has been launched in 2017 featured an HDR processing that has been considered by reviewers and dealers and consumers as the best at the time as a processing. We did improve, and we kept improving the HDR according to the experience done in the last years, but I think the results is very good. So when we have some images on the movies, making comparison with other projectors, on the Sim2 products, details are visible more than in any other product.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just to finish then, in terms of the home cinema market in general, I think most people would probably agree that it's a complicated picture at the moment with different things happening. There's a complex kind of economic backdrop you mentioned earlier, but how do you feel that the industry is doing at the moment? Do you feel it's in a good place?
As I said, the attention of the consumers on the entertainment at home grew a lot in the last few years. I would say that 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I was told a projection is a dead business, because now you can get a large television with few thousand pounds. After 20, 25 years, we are still here selling projectors. The projector is a technology that has been adopted also by the television manufacturers. So that means that when we are talking about a large display, projection technology remains the best solution. And and so if we compare a direct view device like a television with what many people call the two-piece projection system, so based on a screen and the projector, the image coming from a projector is more pleasant. You can stay 10 hours in front of a projection image and still be relaxed and happy. It's not exactly the same in front of a television, because there is a light going straight to the eyes of the viewer. It's not only technology and technical stuff. It's also a perception of the system. The projection is part of the cinema. The screen is part of the cinema, like the seats. The way to watch a movie on a home cinema made with a projection, it's something that gives a different feeling, a different sensation. Mm-hmm. When the people sit down on the great seats that can be offered by Pulse, you feel to live an event. The technology is part of this, giving the feeling to live an event, to enjoy something that is more exciting and not ordinary. So despite flat screen panels are growing, still the projection business is what a lot of people are looking for.
Great. Well, I think that covers everything we wanted to talk about. I know we've got lots happening today, so I think we're going to have a demo next. So thanks a lot for having a chat, and we'll go and have a look at the cinema.
Thank you very much to you.
Thank you
very much.